Territories Championship for 2025. Two states, one title, Western Australia taking on the host Victoria to claim the title this year. Victoria looking for their 15th straight title. The Western Australians certainly out to spoil the party, and play underway. Victoria with the first use of the football. My name's Simon Rathbone. Great to have your company. We come to you live from Seabrook Reserve. Played host to all 3 days of the tournament this year. Heavy contact there. There's the physicality already on show. I copped a big shot to try and muscle up again here. Both these teams undefeated on their way to this game. Western Australia, they kicked off their campaign with a dominant 44-4 win against the Invitational outfit. They backed it up with a 26-4 win over Northern Territory yesterday. As that kick out on the full from Papatua. So a moment he'd like to have again. Their first use of the football in this game. The young halfback comes up with a costly error. Didn't quite find the accuracy he was looking for. He looked to try and drive it towards that far sideline. Maybe those in black and gold with the first opportunity. Victoria, they kicked off their year with a 22-12 win over the Northern Territory. They backed that up with a 20-point win over the Invitational outfit yesterday. Certainly under the pump in these early exchanges. Slight juggle there from Terena. Had 2 tries in that win yesterday. Out to the left they go. Bring it through the hands, Cottam. Looking to threaten on that far side. So far, so good for the Victorian defence. Now burrowing over down the short side and catching them napping. Western Australia, they strike first. And it's a dream start to this game. Sinclair, they had them all set up to the right-hand side. Just burrowed over. Everyone had clocked off on the far side. And at the first time of asking Western Australia, they come away with points. Well, that Papatua error proving awfully costly. Failed to get through their set. And it was the number 9, Sinclair, who grabs the first try of this decisive match. Take the chance to run through the team list for both outfits. For Western Australia, lining up this conversion attempts, the fullback, Ben Cottam. Zaya Rapana in jersey number 5. Norman Hayes wears 2. As Cottam, he knocks it over. Accurate with the boot. And they jump out to an early converted try lead. In the centres, Jono Serrata and Luke Sheepers. Nathan Thompson wears 19. Lincoln Williams in 6. Ben Lee wears 8. Tom Sinclair, the try scorer, in jersey number 9. Tavian John Porter in 10. Shane Pang in 24. James Alini in 12. Taniela Terena in jersey number 13. Wearing number 14, Xavier Kavanagh. Tahuya Tusi in 18. Jonah Ma wears 17. Taimana Hurahanganai in jersey number 4. Elias Sakalos in 11. Connor Morris in 7. And Formby Turner in 16. As the ball hits the deck, mopped up at the back there. Western Australia looks to complete after points. Thompson almost getting in the road there. As Victoria try and muscle up in response to that early conceded try. Thompson keeps it moving. Terena, one to watch. Wrestling with his opposite number there in Leota. And a bounce out of the tackle, Aleni. Plenty of post-contact meters after the initial contact. Taken there by Kanagata up. Now a kick. We're going to get in behind Takuma. It's a great kick and it's a good chase. Plenty of black and gold jerseys in the picture. And Takuma, nowhere to go. Trapped down his own end. With those out west, they couldn't have started this game any better. A polished kick from Lincoln Williams, getting in behind the fullback, weighted it perfectly. Tough meters now on offer for Victoria. We run through their team list. Fullback is Takuma. On the wings, Archie Wiley and Micah Tacey. The centres, Harlan Smith joins Aiden Ilaloa. The halves is Kanagataa and Papatua. Marcelius Povey wears number 15. Atticus Buchanan in jersey number 14. Lassi Ata in 10. Santino Antonio wears 11. Yapana William joins him in 12. Jackson Leota in jersey number 13 as Papatua this time successfully puts ball to boot, but straight into the breadbasket there of Cottam. We'll pick up a few extra handy meters. Dylan Simameo wears number 9. Anais Teo in 8. Rohan Singh wears jersey number 16. Mason Simpson in 17. Jonathan Devine in 18. And then Aiden Weir and Anthony Nolte in jerseys number 19 and 20. The ball stripped free there. 3 in the tackle. And it was raked out illegally. Couldn't help himself. Gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. Right in front of the referee. Late in the tackle count, Western Australia get a fresh set. Lee. Sinclair. Williams dishes it on, the ball comes free. So the Victorian defence survives. We were treated to a great game in the curtain raiser for this one. Invitational outfit outlasting the Northern Territory 18 points to 12 to get their first win of their 2025 campaign. High quality rugby league on display here at Seabrook Reserve. This game, no doubt, set to be a cracker. Victoria haven't really clicked into gear as of yet. See what they can do with ball in hand now. Smith on the back of the scrum. Always one to watch with his footwork and his speed. Just see it there, the hit and spin. Eventually, Williams. Porter come across to bring him to ground. The outside back's looking to get involved here. Wiley. Slow play the ball. Taken there by Thompson. So this Western Australian defence. No easy meters. Buchanan. Eyes down, the ball hits the deck. Almost swooped upon there by Sheepers. He's going to tow it ahead. He gathers the ball and puts it down. Will be brought back. Celebrations put on hold. Sheepers thought he'd come away with the goods. He was celebrating as if he'd scored. Wasn't to be for the right centre. Looked to have just got a touch as he looked to fight for the ball. It was put down by Victoria. The touch deemed to have come off Sheepers first. So that loose football deemed to have gone backwards. Major let off there for the hosts. A few shaky moments. Here he's again off the back of the scrum. Smith. Buchanan. Wiley. Carbon copy of that earlier set. Smith gets the offload from Wiley. He keeps it moving. Now trying to put some footwork. Takuma. Left foot, right foot. Gets them up over halfway. That's a bit better there from Victoria. Some ad-lib football. As Buchanan put under pressure. Pass came spiralling out the back and it's put down. So the error from Ilioa had plenty of time to pick up the loose football. Buchanan claiming that he was interfered with when passing the ball. Didn't meet its intended target. And the error coming from his left centre. 10 minutes gone in this first half. WA leading 6 points to 0. Williams keeps it moving. Serrata plays it. And he's going to play the ball incorrectly. Seen a fair few of those in the previous game. Just switching off there at the crucial moment. Jono Serrata. Now Papatua will pick up an extra 20 metres off the boot. Smith heads it into the hands of Papatua. He finds his front rower, Atta. Rushing up to meet him was Pang. Finished off over the top there. WA fortunate not to give away the penalty. Buchanan once again under duress from dummy half. Not happy with the treatment he's receiving. Play continues here through Leota. It's a spirited run. He brings him to ground. Better this time from Buchanan. William threatening. Big body on that right edge. Papatua, Leota. Back towards the post they go, a settler. Set up to the left and to the right. Buchanan. Buchanan got to up. Trying to find his back rower. Dragging 3 black and gold jerseys with him. Last play now for Victoria. Takuma is in the hands of the front rower. He's going to try and crash his way through. Well, WA were expecting the kick. I'm not sure if Victoria were aware it was last. Povey, with the ball in his hands, went oh so close to scoring. And they'll hand the ball over right on the Western Australian goal line. They didn't get to their kick, but not a bad place to turn the ball over. Hayes, driven backwards. Arter and Buchanan, the tacklers. Heavy contact coming out, Leota. Set his sights on Rapana and didn't miss him. Big lock forward on the winger coming to help out through the middle. Punching above his weights there. Once again, early kick. Clear tactic from Western Australia, and isn't it working wonders? What a kick that is. Takuma really had to get on the heels to keep that in the field of play to stop the 40-20. And now the kick return, he's drifting cross field. Runs straight towards Sheepers. The kicking game of Lincoln Williams has been outstanding to start this game. And a penalty just lets Victoria off the hook, undoing all of that 5/8's hard work. Just spotting the space with Archie Wiley still up in the defensive line. Executing that kick to perfection, but just ill-discipline. Once again, costing WA. Leoa to make up for that earlier error. Loses the headgear. Kanangata, that's a flat pass and straight through the other side. Antonio, and it's called back. It looked to be forward. Just overrunning it slightly. Antonio was off to the races if play was allowed to continue. And after being gifted a penalty themselves, Victoria, once again, architects of their own demise, unable to make Western Australia pay. Here goes Sheepers in the middle of the field. Working it forward now. Eleni. Buchanan and Arter there to drive him backwards. Ball hits the turf. Buchanan racing for it. It's towed ahead by Papatua. It bounces from room service. Chasing. They're not going to catch him. Jariah Papatua. What a heads-up play from the halfback. He races away and scores Victoria's first. He couldn't have dreamed for a better bounce. It set up for him perfectly and creating something out of nothing. After a 2-try performance in day 2 against the Invitational outfit, he gets his first here in the crucial clash. When that ball just hit the deck, swooping upon it, he won the race, towed it ahead to himself, showed great speed, avoided the grasp of Rapana, who tried to bring him to ground. And for Victoria, who have struggled to click into gear in this first half, scoring a try completely against the run of play. Could that kickstart them to find some momentum and find their feet in this contest? To convert his own try, Papatua adds the extra 2, and we are tied back up. 6 points apiece. 8.5 to go in this first half. Cottam drives it low and hard through the hands, trying to keep in the field of play. The flag is raised. Papatua couldn't take the mark up above his head, slipped through the fingers. Despite the best efforts of William, the ball goes out. So a great kickoff there from Cottam. Certainly seemed deliberate, driving it towards that far sideline. After conceding that try, they had a great chance, but the ball is put down. Victoria getting up in the face of those in black and gold. Never secured the football, it came free. With a whole set of 6 at their disposal. Costly error there from Western Australia, letting Victoria off the hook once more. Here goes Smith with his customary run off the back of the scrum. Quick play the ball, and he's finished off over the top by Cottam. Trying to get to his feet too quickly, according to the referee. But then the late call for the penalty certainly seemed that way. Cottam looking to hang in on the tackle. A bit of feeling between these two states. Victoria haven't lost since 2009. Western Australia certainly desperate to change that here today. Torona just having a word there with the referee. Bit of antics after the mistake and the calls, just looking to simmer both teams down. Leoa has decided to ditch the pink headgear. Antonio into Western Australia's half. Buchanan, lovely service out the front there. Tio, ball back at the back. Ata trying to orchestrate something. Now Papatua. High goes Smith, steaming through, dummy, pass. Wiley reaches to the sky, he reels it in, and Victoria go coast to coast and make it back-to-back tries. Oh, he's an excitement machine. Harlan Smith just steamed through a giant hole. The pass wasn't the best, but luckily the tall timber, Archie Wiley, he reeled it in. And dives over in the far corner. Just thought Smith might have overplayed his hand. He went for the double pump. Just had to release Wiley, the 2-on-1. And for Victoria, winger good enough to secure the student. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Victoria, they hit the front after Western Australia had a golden opportunity a few minutes ago. Ball slipping through their fingers, and now the lead slips away from them also. Papatua from the far sideline to give them a converted try lead. Heading towards the back end of this first half. Xavier Kavanagh waiting to come on for Western Australia's Papatua's kick. Sitting up in the breeze. It had the direction, just didn't have the distance. 10 points to 6. Wiley did a great job. Grab that football. Harlan Smith orchestrating the play. Some fresh legs now out in the middle for Western Australia, right before the break. Cottam. Barely left the tarmac as it spirals its way towards Wiley, the try scorer. Victoria just springing to life on the back of back-to-back tries. All of a sudden finding a bit of running with ball in hand. That's a good carry. One to watch there. Povey had to be chopped down. Buchanan, Kanangata takes it deep into the line. Lovely pass. Ball around the corner. Now Ilioa. He's got his winger on his outside if he can find him. He goes himself. Victoria, they'll make it 3 on the bounce. Aiden Ilioa through the dummy. He needed no support. They are an excitement machine, this Victoria outfit. After finding points on the opposite edge, this time it's the left edge attack that does the damage. The pass from Kanangata and the build-up was sublime. Held it up perfectly for his edge back rower, who found his left centre, who took it all the way to the house. Western Australia will be looking around, wondering what has just happened at Seabrook Reserve. They were cruising with a 6-0 advantage. And in the matter of minutes, Victoria not taking their foot off the gas. On the cusp of a 10-point lead heading into the half-time break. Papatua's conversion successful, 16 points to 6. So tries to Papatua, Archie Wiley, and most recently Ilioa doing the damage for Victoria after Tom Sinclair's early try to kick off the first half. Just how quickly this game has turned on its head. Cottam Pumps it long, and it's going to bounce. Did it bounce before going over the in-goal area? Could just be the final play of the half with the siren about to sound. It did touch the turf, but that'll be all she wrote for the opening 25 minutes, and what an exciting one it was. Victoria, a sluggish start, but they sprung to life, and they head into the break leading 16 points to 6. We'll take a short break and be back with the final half of the Cass Champs for 2025.